Hey guys, it's Sarah. Okay, so today we are going to start building some page kits and I have picked a starting point. Thank you guys so much for your feedback. I got some good ideas. And what I've decided to do is a lot of you guys suggested that I start with pictures. The past couple times I have started with, what did I start with the first time? Just papers, I think. It was just I was putting papers together and then I built page kits around those papers and then I added pictures at the end, or when I decided to make that page. The second time I did it was, what did I start with? Paper pads, I think. Yeah, I did paper pads. So this time I'm going to start with pictures. Now I'm going to start with pictures from a specific album that I would like to complete. I have all of the pictures printed for this album. They've been printed for a while. I want to go ahead and get this album made. So the album I'm talking about is my Boston and Savannah album. These are two trips that I took in 2018. They were both kind of for my 40th birthday celebration. One was with my husband, one was with my best friend. So I decided to make one big 12 by 12 album, including both of those trips. So I want to go ahead and make that album. I do have some pages already done based on other page kits that I made because the pictures and the stories just went really well with what I picked. So a few layouts are already done in that album, but now I want to concentrate on the rest of that album and just go ahead and get it done. So that is going to be my plan. So I have my pictures here. I got them all printed actually at Persnickety because when I decided I wanted to have all these pictures printed so I could start making this album, my printer was still broken and I didn't have a way to print any pictures. So I just went ahead and got all of these pictures printed with Persnickety, and I really do like the quality of Persnickety, so if I do outsource my printing, I will do it through them. So definitely recommend them for printing if you haven't used them yet. So I have them all here. I have one 5x7, which is my husband and I at Hamilton. That was why we went to Boston. He took me to Boston to see Hamilton. And then I do have some 3x4s here that are just, you know, it's like a lot of pictures on one layout type thing, so I wanted them to be smaller and all of that. And then I have a lot of 4x6s here. So we are going to just start with the pictures here and start building page kits around these. Now I have an iris container here where I did pull a few things already. However, not very much because most of it is things from our actual trip, like the playbill from the play, right? A map of, I think this is Savannah map. So, you know, things like this. This is from a place that Lindsay and I had brunch at in Savannah. This was our parking thing, like just info from the actual trips versus scrapbooking supplies. So this stuff will be incorporated when I get to those pages, no problem, but I'm going to kind of save it until I get to those specific pages and then I'll put them in with those page kits. Oh, actually this is a scrapbooking item here. But these things are the things that I pulled initially, which is like nothing, right? So I have like this long ticket thing. I do want to use this in the Hamilton, on my Hamilton thing because it is yellow and it's tickets and, you know, all that stuff. And then this will be for probably this page actually. I'm planning for this to be my opener and have, you know, maybe something like maybe it comes out from the bottom and I'm going to have a picture of Josh and I, and then I need a picture of my friend Lindsay. I thought I had one in a 3x4, but I was going to do this one for Boston, you know, with like an arrow pointing around to where Boston-ish is, or actually it's up here, and then have one of Lindsay for Savannah, which will be more down here. So I thought I had one of Lindsay, but I guess I don't. I'm not sure what happened. I'll have to take a look and see, but this I want to be my opener for sure. I'll figure that out. So I'm not quite sure what else I want on here, so I might save this one until I can kind of maybe think of something in particular. All right, so no big deal. So I'll need to make a note to myself that I need to print a picture of Lindsay. So I'm going to kind of set that one off to the side. I'll set this one off to the side too. These two things, because I do want to use those on my Hamilton layout. But so basically, what my plan is I'm going to start with my pictures. Again, they don't have to be in order either. I can do whatever I want just because I'm not going to be making them in order of the pictures. I'm just going to, you know, make them and then slip them into the album when I'm done. So what I'm going to do is use my little notepad here, and I will write down the layout and have these, you know, kind of separating my papers for now until I get them into plastic containers, and write down any notes I want about any of these and kind of ideas or titles or whatever along the way. So what I'm going to do, the way I'm going to get started is I am going to start with some pictures. So let's just, actually this one I think I'm going to use, I think that's the only picture I was going to use in here. Yeah. This one I'm going to use with my Not Just for Boys kit club for the month of September, because I have a great coffee thing and there's some really good colors I can use with that. So this is going to be Not Just for Boys. So I'm going to set this with my kit. So I don't need to pull a page for that one necessarily. So that takes it down from 23 now to 22 that I'm going to be piecing together. So maybe I can do this in, I would say 4 videos. So 2 videos with 5 layouts, 2 videos with 6 layouts. So we can do that. But basically I'm going to pick a set of pictures that's going to go on a layout, and I am going to pull out 2 different colors that would go together, and those are going to be my main theme colors for the layout. And I'm just going to pull all the papers I have of those 2 colors, and then I will pull from there. And then I'll put those papers back, and then we'll go to the next one. So that's kind of how I'm going to do it. Instead of just pulling a handful of papers, I'd rather have kind of all my options together all at once. So this one is Granary Burying Ground, which is a graveyard in Boston. It's got Benjamin Franklin, Paul Revere, Samuel Adams. So some famous people are buried in this graveyard. So this one definitely got some greens going on. I would say green and gray. Yeah, I would say green and gray. So let me pull all my green papers real quick. Okay, so here's my green. So I don't have, like, as you can see, this is not a big pile. When I get to the blue, oh my goodness, we'll be in trouble. I do have a lot of blue. So I'll pick green and then gray. Gray is also very, very slim. I don't have a ton of gray papers. So like I only have a handful here. So this should be pretty easy to put some things together. I definitely know I'm going to want a dark gray cardstock. So I'm going to pull cardstock with these as well. So let me grab a gray cardstock. Okay, so gray cardstock, we'll start there, and then look at this. Now, one thing that stood out to me, this almost looks greenish right here, actually. This is green. I don't know why it's in my gray. That's kind of weird, but this goes really well. It's got kind of a distressed look. It's a little bit darker in spots, which, you know, is definitely kind of the feel that's going on with these. So I think I'm going to use this, definitely. I think my main idea here is I'm going to try to pick at least 2 big pieces and a cardstock, because I am going to pull in scraps as well. So I can pull in like smaller pieces with scraps. But let's see what could go with this one. So guys, like I said, I only have a few gray pieces here. So and they're all pretty busy patterns. I don't want hearts. I don't want stripes, really. This is like this type of pattern. It's like a chain link almost. Which, yeah, I don't know. This is pretty bold, so I don't know how big I want to go. And I think anything would be really competing with it. So maybe we'll skip the gray. I could pull in gray with my scraps, so I'll make a note on that. And then let's see if any, like maybe a lighter or brighter green could go here. Maybe I could do something like that. This is kind of yellow. What's happening? These were yellow. These were not green. I think these accidentally got into my green somehow. So I'll put those into my yellow. Okay, here's green, definitely green. Again, I don't want like a huge pattern on anything just because it's gonna be competing with this, because this is kind of a bold one here. So now this is a small tight polka dot. That could maybe work. I kind of like the idea of this one, even though this is a bold, I know. I kind of like the idea of this one. They don't really go together that well though. And I would have something like separating it for sure, but just because it kind of gives that little old school feeling, I think, with that pattern, that little fleur, what is that called? A fleur-de-lis pattern or something? I don't know. I kind of like it, but I kind of don't. I think it's almost too much. Now I could do this with a gray. Let me see if there's a gray that would work with that instead of this one. We could just completely nix that one and see if this goes with any of my grays. I think that chevron's too much. No, not really. I'm not loving any of those either. Okay. Okay, I'm not loving any of those, so no on that. So let's just stick with these here as possibilities, and then I'll bring in gray in my scraps. Let's just make sure there's nothing else. Okay. And then these are kind of the same patterns here as the gray, actually, because I got them in a pack. Now this is just a solid green. This could definitely work as a layer, I think, even with these two. And then, I definitely need this bright because I have definitely some brighter green right here in that one, a little bit in here, and then this is like almost an aqua, almost an aqua type green there. So, okay, I think I'll go with these here. So a little bit more than I was planning to pull, but that's okay. So, you know, I'll cut them up and have some scraps too. So the gray, all that. So this is going to be, I need gray scraps. So I will write that on here. And then pictures. Okay, so here is the first one. Okay, so next set of pictures, Union Oyster House. Yum! Okay, had a delicious lunch. So let's see, colors in here, definitely kind of a reddy orangish with like the lobster here, and some of the buildings kind of have that almost like a burnt orange color, so that would be kind of nice. So let's start with that, and maybe yellow because this is in yellow. The French fries are yellowish. There's some yellow right here, so like yellow and orange. I put my red and my oranges together, so I kind of have red in front, orange in the back. So that's kind of where the orange starts. And yellow. I have the perfect cardstock. I have so much of this kind of burnt orange cardstock that anytime I can use it, I do. So that'll be my cardstock. Okay, so I don't want like a bright orange, I want like a burnt orange. So that's gonna narrow my choices down as well. So more something like this possibly. A little more on the subtler side. Here's some orange cameras. Those could be kind of cool to cut up possibly. Ooh, I kind of like this grid. Let's see, more cameras, but I have those other ones, so. Okay. I like the grid for sure. Like that could possibly be my background. Okay, that's where I'm thinking. I like the cameras as an embellishment, so we'll put this on hold and see what kind of yellows I can find. The yellows in here are, you know, especially in this one, they're on the brighter side, so. It's got purple in it, I don't want any purple. No pink. Maybe, I don't know. Oh, this is orange. See, sometimes my papers get mixed up. I have no idea how some of this even happens. They just get put in the wrong spot. Okay. All right, so I'm thinking maybe this one. This one jumped out at me. Let me see if I like it. Yeah, I like that because this almost has like, the petals have a little bit of an orange tone. This does have a floral on it, if you can see. So yeah, I think I like that. And then I can definitely pull, you know, some more of the brighter yellows in with my scraps and stuff. So that'll work. Okay. So there's that. I'll separate it. Okay, so that's 2. Okay. Okay, next is, oh gosh, the Holocaust. Yeah, Holocaust Museum. Well, it was more of a memorial. It wasn't really a museum. You couldn't like walk inside or do anything like that. It was just these things here, and oh my gosh, it was an experience. It was very sad. So I think kind of like a blue sea glass almost would be good, because this is clear glass, but it has like a blue tint. And black. Should we do that? Like maybe a teal and a black? Okay. So I definitely have black cardstock. I'm gonna grab a piece of that. Okay, black cardstock. And okay, so as you can see, blue, I have a lot more options. This is probably one of my bigger piles here. I'm just gonna, this is like black and white, so we'll kind of go from there. I might choose my black and white first. I'm probably gonna want something a little more subtle on here because black and white can be kind of bold. So let me see what can work. Okay. Some stars might work. That's possible. Ooh, this could be cool because it looks like old ledgers and ooh, I kind of like this. Because a lot of everything in here was like printed onto the glass, so I could probably even use like half of this. Okay, I think I do like this one for sure, so I'll keep that one out. That might be all I keep out of the black, and then I can go to blue from there. Unless I wanted to use something like this for the other half of it, and then do blue with my scraps and my layers. Actually, I think I do like that. I think that's a good contrast. So I would do like, I would layer it up and do half this ledger part and then the other half this, and then I could use blue for my layers and stuff. So I think I'm gonna do that. So I'm not even gonna go into my blue. And then the stars, I'm not gonna use the stars right now. So yeah, I like this. Okay, so I'm gonna make a note that I want blue and teal layers. Okay. All right, so that is 3. Okay. This is going to be another one to go with the Oyster House because this was like a special Sam Adams that they had that like you could only get it there at this restaurant. It was a special brew. So I guess this one needs to go more like on the browns. Okay, brown cardstock, easy peasy. So let's see where this takes me. This could be kind of cool. I kind of like this too. I don't really know how I would use it though. Like, I don't know. Because these are all, you know, fill in the stuff and all that, but I don't know how, like, I wouldn't want to do that much journaling, you know what I mean? I guess I could like decorate each little thing and then do my journaling somewhere. I don't want it to be too much. It's only a glass of beer, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want it to be too much. So yeah, I don't know. That one's not doing it for me. Okay. And I have 2 of those, of course I do. So I could definitely do like a wood grain because it is sitting on a table with wood grain, so that could work. If I'm doing that, I'm probably gonna wanna go maybe a little darker, or maybe I could cut this up. What if I did that? Like still have something like this, but cut it up and have it be like maybe part of it only, and then go from there. That could work. And then I'm using it. Do I want anything else around that is the question. This is really jumping out at me. So I don't anticipate grabbing any more from here for right now. But I could definitely use those, and then, you know, obviously I'm going to be bringing some stuff in from my scraps, so I'd have to decide what my second color is going to be because I don't have a second color. Oh, I could use that. Yeah, I could use that one. Okay, I think I'll leave that there. Okay. And this can go behind. Okay, yeah, I do like that. Okay, so I'll do this, and then I'll bring in some other colors later. I don't know which one I'm going to do yet though. Okay, so that is 4. Okay, guys, I just had to kind of reevaluate my pictures because since I didn't have them together, I lost track of how many layouts I'm actually doing because I have it all planned out. And this was not just going to be the same items, it was going to be drinks, like just some special drinks that we had. That is included in it, but this one was also there. So I'm just going to add this into this layout. So it'll be these 2. And because of this picture, I'm going to add some yellow because this is an apricot. It's like a burnt apricot. So I'm just going to add this in here, and I will do yellow for my my other layers and stuff. So I will write down yellow scraps on here. I just had to go, wait a second. Since my pictures are all kind of in here, I need to make sure I know which layouts I'm doing, how many pictures go on each layout, like that kind of thing. I was not prepared for all that. So, okay, how many is that? Is that 4? Okay, so the next one I'm going to work on, this will be the last one, excuse me, for this video. This is Josh giving me my gift and telling me that this is happening. So this is when I realized what he, like, I'll show you in a second, but he had me kind of go on like a little bit of a treasure hunt for it. So I realized what my gift was, that it was going to Boston to see Hamilton. That was my reaction when I figured it out. And then this is like me almost crying. I think I did cry. So I have something to go along with that in here. Let me grab it. So basically what he did was he took some balloons, he blew up a bunch of balloons, and he put some of these, he printed out these little prompts that were on top of the balloons. So these are labels, like with our label maker. And he wrote numbers on the balloons, and then each one like correlated to a number. So it's like the age I graduated high school, 18, you know, age you met me, like all this stuff. So these are all of them, and I think I went in order. Yes, so what it is, so the age I graduated high school, I had to find number 18, and number 18 was 26th of October, we depart the airport, and that was on the balloon. And then the next prompt was age you met me, which was 20, I met him when I was 21. So that prompt, when I found that balloon, was 26th October, arrive at Boston. Age we got married. This was all for me. So I'm a little bit older than him, but we got married when I was 24. We check into the Godfrey Hotel. Then the age Kalen was born. So it goes on until it says Boston Opera House and then Hamilton musical. So it kind of like took us through everything. So that was really cool. So obviously these are going to be on the layout with this. So I'm thinking the balloons were gold. I wonder if I have any papers with balloons on them. Let me see if I can find, it'd probably be with like birthday or celebration type things. Let me see if I can, I'm gonna pull out like my themed papers. I have some of those. Okay, let's see. Got some book things, got some snowflakes. I'm just looking to see if I have anything with balloons all over them. That would be perfect. Even if they're different colors than I'm looking for, I don't even care. I'd make them work. So, I could possibly use something like this because it's gold and like not the whole thing, but part of it. So maybe I'll keep that aside because the balloons were gold. Like they weren't yellow, they were gold. So that could definitely work. I just really hope I can find something that has balloons on it. I just don't know if I have anything or not. I may go over to my paper pads too and see if I have anything in there. I was going to try to just use my loose leaf this time, but if I have to go into my paper pads for one, then I will. Let's see. I have hot air balloons, but that's not what I'm looking for. These kind of could echo balloons. I could have the gold behind those and they look like balloons. Or maybe I could do like one row on top and one, like have this be my background and have one row on the top and one row on the bottom and just like cut some of these off and not use all of them. Ooh, I think I like that actually. Okay. So, but that would be cutting these up, so I still need some background papers for sure. So gold, and this is like a craft. I have purple shirt on. I don't think I want to go purple though. So maybe I can do, I guess I could just stick with some neutrals. Maybe bring my browns back that I just had out. Yeah, I'm thinking I might go with neutrals. I don't want to bring in purple. I do have purple on in my shirt, but I don't want to bring that in. That's a little too much. Okay, so I'll bring back the browns here. And I think I'm just gonna try to pick something super neutral. Maybe something like this, like a grid. Could be really good. And then I can bring in other colors with my scraps from here because we are, yeah. Okay, so basically what I'm gonna do is this will be my background. I'm going to layer up 2 of these gold striped pieces with 2 strips of these things so that they look like balloons, and I'll have one on the top and one on the bottom. So that's what I'm gonna do here. And I can pick some, I'll do some cardstock. Okay, so brown cardstock is good, and then I will bring in, okay, so that's what I'm gonna do for this one. So pictures, this here. Okay, so that is 5. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here for this one. I will be back soon with the next set where I will do another 5, and we will go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions at all, and I will see you again soon.